On this episode, there's now a plumber in Parliament.
So is she actually a plumber, or has she just done a bit of plumbing work with someone?
We get into why what's happening with Iran could potentially push energy prices back up again.
The shipping lines don't want their ships to be set on fire.
And someone in our comments shares one of the strangest fuse testing tricks that we've ever seen.
You watch when he presses the bottom one, you can...
So let's jump into it.
You heard there's now a plumber in Parliament.
There's this lady that keeps reckoning she's a plasterer, a plumber.
Oh, is she not even a plumber?
No, I don't know. If it's the same one I'm thinking of, she's like...
a lady, yeah.
She keeps using different trades. Like,
really?
Yeah, because I saw some video and she was talking about plastering, and then the next thing saying something completely different about building. I don't know. But maybe we was talking about something different. I just saw a video a little while ago.
There's only one plumber in Parliament. It is this lady she won the Gorton and Denton by-election for the Green Party. Reform came second, Labour came last. It's been a long-held Labour seat. So Labour have had it for I don't know, probably 100 years or something like that. And then they've lost it now to the Greens. And it's this lady, she's a plumber.
She's a plumber, is she?
So that's what they're saying anyway. Like, that's what I'm seeing everywhere. I didn't hear anything about her being a plasterer, but I don't know if she's any good. We should look her up, mate. We should look up her work.
I saw something, and it was about... maybe that was her, and she might have been talking about... I saw some video, and it was
Hannah Spencer, that was it.
It was someone talking about flags, like people keep putting flags up, and she was like, the effort people must like to keep putting these flags up, it's the same as me going up fitting a flue or something like that. And I was thinking, you've never fitted a flue on a ladder. What are you talking about? And then the next video I saw something about her saying plaster or something, but this might be someone different.
There must be examples of her work, like on her social media or... what do you call it? Like check a trade or some shit like that. Much better find it. Or like a website.
I did find her website way back, but it's not anything in detail. It's a very...
What about like Instagram or TikTok or anything?
Their Instagram. The issue with the Instagram is a lot of it is like the new Green Party stuff. It's not, a lot of it is obviously campaigning.
What was her website business called?
I think it was Hannah's Plumbing something.
Search that and then search check a trade or something.
See, it's works out nicely for them to have a former plumber on the Green Party, doesn't it? So they can push more agendas about being eco-friendly.
I suppose they can, yeah. I mean, the thing
we've got a plumber here, so we know what we're talking about. Do what we see.
The thing with it is, I watched her speech, when she won, like her acceptance speech or whatever you call it, her victory speech, and like the first half of it. That could have been Reform or anybody. She was just talking about like working class people and how working class people ain't getting the best of everything. People can't buy houses, like all the problems in the economy, all of that kind of shit. Because everyone agrees, like on that side of things, everyone agrees that life is more difficult now. It's more difficult to get ahead now, to get on the property ladder and all of these types of things than it used to be, right? But then she goes on to like blame the billionaires and blame the rich, because that's effectively what we've got now in the UK is this divide. Everyone agrees what the problem is, and then half the country blames the rich and blames the billionaires, and then the other half blames immigrants. And it's just like neither of those things are actually the problem.
So is she actually a plumber, or has she just done a bit of plumbing work with someone to be like, I was a plumber? Because she looks ever so nicely dressed and like an educated lady. Yeah, but that's most of us plumbers, like we got into plumbing because we weren't that academic.
So from what I was looking into yesterday, she left... I think she went to go to do sixth form, but she dropped out and then started doing plumbing at like 16.
Oh, fair play.
She did do work on site, so a lot of it I think was doing stuff with gas work and stuff like that. I think she also...
Why does it say fake plumber there?
Greens, because some person in the public shouted fake plumber at her.
Oh, right. So people are saying she's not even a plumber?
I don't know. From everything I looked into about it, she is an actual plumber.
But like where? What? Just on news sites and whatnot?
Yeah, a lot of it
somebody somewhere. There must be some examples of her work.
Exactly.
I want to see the work anyway, just because I want to see if she's any good.
The issue I had was that there is it does come up on Google, but all the reviews are recent. So obviously, it's just come about.
Oh, what a surprise!
Like people writing
website built.
So it's like, did even turn up, stuff like that. Congratulations.
Everyone's putting her down.
And she did actually say a thing on there as well, like where she was like, I'm really sorry to all my customers. I'm not going to be able to come and do the work that was booked in because I'm heading to Parliament. Do you reckon it's all bullshit?
I don't know,
You're
mate.
so- you're
Like,
so-
listen,
so
you know what I'm
sceptical.
like? Yeah, I'm such a skeptical. I'm thinking, she probably.
Hold on, this don't look like a plumbing website.
Yeah, this is the only thing I could find that was close enough, and it's on WordPress, but it's...
Where's the work?
So how old is she? Because if she went to like start doing it when she's 16, she'd be a well competent, long in the game plumber because she looks like she's in her 40s or something.
I think she's like mid-30s.
Oh, mid-30s. Sorry.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it?
I'm only looking up on a screen.
We have to go through a lot of like campaign stuff.
Yeah, just scroll to the bottom.
Yeah, because what I
There's
did
gotta be.
so what I did here with like the plastering side of things was that she was going to do the qualification while she was mid campaigning. From what I did read, she did finish it and everything else like that. So she is a qualified plasterer, I guess.
A plumber and a plasterer. Oh, I did hear that as well, actually. Yeah, I remember.
It's just weird
I remember
because if you
hearing
was a plumber, you just wouldn't do plastering. You just make more money. Not saying plasterers don't make good money, because they do. Some plasterers probably make more than plumbers. But
what if
the average
you're
plumber's
not a
probably
heating
doing more.
engineer? What if you're doing like bathroom fits and stuff like that?
Yeah, but she's talking about fitting flues, so she must have
Oh, right.
getting gas and stuff, isn't she? So it's just convenient that they're like she's an ex-plumber, she goes in the Green Party. It's all
I'm
just
gonna
like it
Google
looks like a bit of a
something.
setup, doesn't it? You know, like so. It's just more direction for the net zero climate change agenda.
There is a video of her plastering. Instagram's been difficult though.
That read the views, so that there'll be loads of plasterers on there. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, look, here's one. Look, this guy says, for anyone who thinks Hannah Spencer is not a plumber. This is on X, mate. So Grok will guarantee it for us, right?
Certainly will.
For anyone who thinks Hannah Spencer is not a genuine plumber, these are just some of the reviews left on a tradesperson site in Manchester for Hannah the plumber. Okay, but what about where's the work, man?
What are the comments saying in there, Callum, on that plastering video?
A lot of them are just like support. The ones that aren't is like, I tried plastering once and resoundingly lost. You have my utmost admiration. Yeah, a lot
She
of it
must
is
have
to
been
do
doing-
with-
Yeah, fair play to her then.
She must have been doing something, mustn't
Yeah,
she?
she
Like,
must
why
have
would you
been,
like make it up?
Yeah, I know, nah. You're right. She was a plumber.
Have you found the work? Any work?
There was. I did see that she was doing renovations and stuff like that. So that.
yeah,
there's that
fair
Fair
aspect.
play to her.
Yeah,
Getting
no,
the
she's
shit down.
yeah. Is there like a end result here? That'd be cool to see.
I think this is when she was doing her own home. So I'm not sure. Yeah, the problem is that a lot of it is obviously mixed in with like.
Could all just
The
be
thing
AI
is,
though, right?
that's what I mean, no, but you could just be on site with like a load of people and they're doing that, and then you just walk down the bath with the cylinder conveniently because they've ripped it out,
You
and it
could-
makes you look like you're doing the work.
You could also
know?
just create that with AI.
Yeah, you could, but that shit looks like real footage. But I mean, it's
But like any of it, like I mean, like the sawing and this and that. But
it's easy to like just like go on and pretend to like.
I'm only joking, by the way. I don't think it's created with AI. I'm just,
Might be,
I'm
it
just,
might
I'm
be
just,
all a bit staged though. It might all be a bit staged.
I'm just feeding you. I'm just feeding the skepticism.
What is an MVHR system? Oh, it clearly says it there. Mechanical ventilation with heat recovery.
Yeah, I've seen about those recently. I know someone that's putting one in their house.
That is apparently what she's up to in this image.
Fair play. Anyway, plumber in Parliament. It's kind of
Fair
interesting.
play to her.
Yeah. I mean,
Shouldn't have
like,
been so negative, should
she
we?
is on the. She is just like fully on the blame the rich, blame the billionaires team.
Good.
Is that good?
No, I'm joking.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm not on either team. Like, I don't blame the rich, blame the billionaires, or blame the immigrants because I think it's all bullshit. I think in a capitalist society, which we are, which I think is a good thing, you're always going to have billionaires. You're going to have rich people. You're going to have people that are super successful. There's nothing wrong with that. And then you're always going to have immigrants. There's always going to be people immigrating to the country. Like, it's just normal. Like, both of those things are normal parts of any successful society, right? So I just think you can't blame either of those things, and it's short-sighted to do so. There's only so much you can tax the rich. Like, it's not going to solve all of the UK's problems, just tax the rich more. That's not a solution to all of the UK's problems. There isn't enough tax that you'll be able to get out of them to solve all of the problems. We have to spend less money, we have to be more efficient, and we have to grow the economy. Like, they are the only things that will solve the problems. Like, blaming rich people or blaming immigrants is all bullshit.
Yeah, I agree.
Rob for Prime Minister, I'm joking. Oh, mate. So yeah.
Campaign name, Just Frack Oil.
Yeah. I think there's already people running on that, mate. But yeah, Reform came second, which is crazy for a proper left-wing seat like that. That's a big swing for them. And Farage is out saying that it was rigged. He's doing a Trump.
Is he?
Pretty much, yeah. He's basically saying that people were like doing this family voting in certain communities where they all like get together and they all go into the voting booth together, which is illegal. He was talking about postal votes as well. People turning up with like carrier bags full of postal votes with like all 100% for the same like candidate. But I don't know how true it is. I have no idea. It's just what he's saying. I'm definitely not saying I agree with it whatsoever. I think for a left-wing seat to go further left makes more sense really than just going all the way to the right. Do you know what I mean? Because everyone's pissed off with Labour, whoever it is, you know? Oh, look. Oh, yeah, Radiator there. Look at that one.
What column?
Hannah Spencer says UK Radiators is the greatest. UKRadiators.com is the... What does it say? UKRadiators.com is the greatest. Well done.
Nice vertical column Radiator there.
Nice. Anyway, you should about the Iran war. It's obviously going to mean higher energy bills.
Yeah, higher energy. I know, like some of the lads I know that are into the old trading and that are doing well because the gold price and things. If you're betting against the gold price,
yeah. Well, gold went up obviously over the weekend.
Yeah,
and
massively, didn't it?
Dipped today.
Yeah, but if you was trading over the weekend, some of the boys I know done very well out of that.
Yeah. And oil spiked as well, but it will be very volatile over the next few days and weeks because the stock market obviously crashed. US stock
Traders
market.
love it. They wait for these little proxy wars and then they're all sitting there waiting like hungry hyenas.
Yeah, but you can't always get it. You can't always get it right.
Of course you can't. You're always going to lose. But
this is it because like the US stock markets like dropped massively before the open, and then they just rallied all day. Like they were up like all day, like based on versus the open yesterday. Because it's not always necessarily a bad thing, and then people don't understand what's happening. Because at the end of the day, like if a market drops, you've got short sellers that are then going to cover their positions. I don't know why we're getting into this really in Plumbing and Heating podcast, right? But you've got short sellers that are going to cover their positions, and the market is naturally then going to pop because short sellers are effectively then buying the stock or whatever the asset is to cover their positions. And then the markets pop, you know? So, you know, you're going to get volatility in all of these markets. So don't take any investment advice, start piling into gold.
Yeah.
It's going to be volatile.
Depends if you're an educated trader, though, doesn't it? That's what they do. They wait for these uncertainties to hit the market.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. But I think one thing is probably certain for us, higher energy prices.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be expecting lower energy prices from April, and I think we will get a bit of a drop, but the Strait of Hormuz being closed, like that...
Is it, though?
Yeah. It's closed.
It's closed.
Yeah, you can't. They can't transit the Strait of Hormuz, man.
What? Where have you got that information?
Well, Iran basically said this morning, any ships going through the strait, they're going to set on fire. So, if you're a shipping line, are you going to sail through there?
Yeah, but I was reading differently on Twitter that that's not the case.
Well, that they're not going to set fire to ships in the Strait of Hormuz.
No, but it's not closed.
It's not closed, but it's too dangerous to transit. It doesn't matter whether it's closed or not. It's like the shipping lines don't want their ships to be set on fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they're not going to transit that.
Do you know there's a live tracking ship map that shows you? Yeah. I bet if you looked at it now, it'd be normal trade.
No, it's not normal, mate. They're I mean, obviously we deal with global freight, so we've had contact with our freight forwarders to tell us that there's going to be mass disruption.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's going to be mass disruption. Like the Strait of Hormuz is going to be. They're not. It's not that whether it's closed or not, it doesn't really matter. It's just are the shipping lines going to exactly? It's too risky. They won't even go for the Red Sea, right? Because the Houthis were attacking ships in the Red Sea. So they've stopped transit in the Red Sea for like the last 2 years.
Do you get some of yours go through there?
We through the Red Sea. We used to. We don't anymore. It has to come all the way around the Cape of Good Hope now because what do you call it? The bloody Houthis are attacking ships in the Red Sea. There's going to be ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Like they're going to be there because they were already there. But they're
look at that, mate. Looks pretty open.
It's not. No, but they're already there.
Yeah, I
like,
suppose they're like.
Yeah, no one seems to be actually
They can't,
really
like, they-
sat there.
no one seems to be what, sorry?
A lot of the ship seems to be on either side of it. They don't seem to be like in the middle of it at the moment. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of just traffic.
Are ships transiting the Strait? Strait of Hormuz transits collapse as shipping's risk appetite is tested. Ship tracking reveals tankers and millions of barrels of oil stuck in the Gulf. Iran says it will attack any ship trying to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Do you know what I mean?
Right, fair enough.
This one's like saying, is the Strait of Hormuz really closed? And then it says, as Iran threatens to set fire to ships in the key waterway in the Arabian Gulf, it raises the question of, is the strait actually shut to commercial traffic? Since the US and Israel first struck Iran on the 28th of February, Iran has made multiple threats against commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz, which connects the Arabian Gulf with the rest of the world. Iranian broadcast to ships on VHF Channel 16 that the Strait of Hormuz was closed and no ships would be allowed to pass. Grabbed the headlines that the waterway was shut. Again, in the past 24 hours were the statements by Ibrahim
God, that one you're on
Jabari.
now, Callum, looks like it's well ceased. Is that live now?
Supposedly.
Yeah,
again,
that doesn't look good.
seems like a big bottleneck at this point.
So this says here, look, however, threatening as these statements are, the question is still being asked in the industry, does this mean the strait is really closed? As such, there are two answers to this question, the legal, formal one, and the operational risk and frankly common sense one for the vast majority of ships and their owners. Taking the first answer, the legal one, there has been no formal notice that the Strait of Hormuz has been closed, and as such, the statements and radio messages by Iran should be viewed as rhetoric. While the statements are rhetoric, in one sense, the threat from Iran to commercial shipping in the Strait is a very real one. This is evidenced by the Joint Maritime Information Centre upgrading its regional risk assessment to critical, the highest level that indicates an attack is almost certain. It's just common sense, ain't it? That you ain't going to want to travel through there if they're saying they're going to set fire to ships. You know what I mean? Even if they're not, or even if they can't, it's just the risk is too high. You won't get insurance, for one.
Unless you like the excitement. Someone's like, fuck this, let's go.
I mean, it says here as well, Iran has shown over the last few days that its threat to commercial shipping are not just empty words, and at least 4 ships have been struck with the death of 1 seafarer and injuries to another 4, not to mention the damage to the vessels themselves. Oh, mate, it's crazy anyway, because...
Definitely going to put prices up, like you say.
Yeah, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be higher energy prices yet again. Obviously, you're going to have, who knows where oil's going to be. I've read... I don't know, you might have a
It's
bit more
always going to be
information on that.
higher energy prices because it's one way they control everyone and make money from the general people.
I mean, petrol's already started to rise, like, as a knee-jerk, I fear.
I don't know if I agree with that, like whether it's like intentional to force energy prices up, because it's not in anyone's interest. Not in anyone's interest at all.
Apart from the big corporations.
Not really, because if you can't get your oil to people, it's only like the reason that it drives energy.
I'm not talking about this in general. Obviously, this is different. But I'm just talking about I can't see it ever really going down. It's always just going to rise. So it's just to be expected. You're always just going to be paying more and more in energy.
I mean, it wouldn't be very smart from a Donald Trump standpoint, considering his whole campaign he campaigned on lowering energy prices and like lowering petrol prices. And so it'd be really strange and a bit of a weird U-turn for you to then campaign on that and then do something that would actively increase.
Yeah, but that's America.
prices.
I'm talking about England.
I mean, we're not really. From what I read into it, we weren't involved in the initial strikes. We're now sort of a bit like, we don't want to get involved too much because of the legal implications of it. But we're still sort of like, I think what I heard from Starmer was, we will let the US use air bases so that we can strategically strike defensively. So I think it's like any missile suppliers, any missile launchers, basically anything that would be a direct threat to obviously us lot is what we have agreed with the US that we will let them use the air bases for, but only specifically those cases. If they do anything outside of that, then I'm assuming, I would like to think Starmer will have a bit of a Trump. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, at the end of the day, right, this situation is likely to only escalate, and we have like the UK has allies in the region. I've got friends in Dubai, man. I was speaking to my friends in Dubai over the weekend. It's like just like proper scary situation, like having missiles going over their house, you know, like windows and doors shaking. Like, it's insane, isn't it? But then obviously the kind of the benefit, obviously, of being in those UAE countries is that, you know, they are allied with the West. We've got bases there, so we've got now the RAF and other allies like in the skies protecting our citizens that are there, as well as the people that live there. You know, the native people that are from there. But the thing about it is now is like, whilst the US is saying they're not really pushing for regime change, they're not looking to install a new government. Those Arab states now are they've been attacked. Do you know what I mean? They've had missiles shot at them. They're not going to be satisfied with just some kind of deal that keeps the existing, like a new version of the existing regime in power, because they're going to feel like they're under threat, and their economies are built on people moving there and people going on holiday there, and people that are now there want to leave. Like, it's not a very good. It's not very good to attract. It's not a very good way to attract people into your country, is it? Like, oh, you can come and live here and work here, and taxes are low, but Iran might shoot missiles at us. Like, not a great sales pitch. So, I don't know. I think it's going to go on. I think it's going to go on quite some time.
With the missiles, I think the missiles were just going over their airspace and then got shot down, and then like fell into like Dubai and things.
Yeah, but they're firing missiles at them.
Yeah,
like at those countries.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. At bases, because the US and the UK have bases in those countries. They don't particularly get on anyway. They're not allied, because the Arab countries are allied with the West. They're not allied with Iran. They don't get along. So Iran's basically gone, right, we're under attack. Just fire whatever we've got at whoever you like. Like, that's what the Iranian Ayatollah, he gave the orders to. He handed out orders before they killed him. He handed orders out to the military to say, select your own targets. So like you've now got like various levels of Iranian military. They're allowed to select their own targets. So they're shooting at everybody, anyone and everyone. Like, because they're in a situation where they're like, well, we either use these missiles or we're going to lose them. We've been told to fire at will, effectively. So they're just targeting whoever they want. They targeted a man over the weekend, or yesterday, I think, which is supposed to be a neutral participant in all of it. Like, they get on with Iran. So that's like, and then they've gone, oh yeah, we didn't actually mean to hit them. So they're just like, there's no control. Like, it's just chaos, basically. And they're just firing at everyone. I don't know. Who knows how long it goes on. Ultimately, though, if they can get rid of the regime there, it wouldn't be a bad thing. Like, if they can properly get rid of it. Like, for the vast majority of Iranian people, I know, because I'm half Iranian, if anyone doesn't know. I
was going to say, like, have you got any family left out there?
Yeah, I've got loads of family out there, mate. Yeah. The reason, like, my dad moved here was because of that regime, because that regime got into power. Because prior to that, Iran was like Dubai is now.
Yeah.
You know,
I saw old footage, you know. Like, there's always clips coming up with like ladies walking around without having to like cover their hair and things, and like just in like the 70s, and you like walking young girls to school, and it looked more, you know, before the more stern laws were imposed out there. I mean, I'm not educated enough to talk on all this, but I'm just little bits that I have seen, you know.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Well, and the regime there, like when they took power on the basis of like, they got the people behind them because it was on the basis of like a fairer, like better, like way of life for everybody. But they did it on the basis of like morality, right? Do you know what I mean? They were like, the current people in power are immoral, you know, and they used religion to then obviously get people on side. But then as soon as they got power, it just went like out of control in terms of like morality, where they just started clamping down on absolutely everything, speech, freedoms, just normal ways of life. It's all immoral now. You can't do anything. You can't breathe, do you know what I mean, without bloody permission from the authorities. And it's like, Now what they want to do is spread that. They want to spread it outside of Iran because they've got Iran, and like their aim is to spread that to all of the Middle East and effectively the whole world if they could, because they think that they have the moral high ground and it's the right way of life. So they do it like at some point somebody does have to do something and stop them because they ain't good people. You know what I mean? So like, they kill their own citizens. Like they need to be stopped. Like I don't know any other way. If there's any other way of doing it. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, who knows, but they ain't good people. And like they're firing fucking missiles at their neighbouring countries that ain't done shit to them just because of the conflict that they're in, which is just bizarre, right? It just doesn't even make sense. Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can tell I'm a little bit passionate about this topic.
Yeah, well, mate, it's interesting and it's a big thing that's happening, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Should we do the game?
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Sorry, I can't have more input. I'm just not
Honestly,
educated
mate.
enough in it all to be having too much of opinion.
Nah, mate, it's fine. Don't worry about it. We don't want to harp on this for the rest of the day anyway. Let's lighten the mood, man.
Let's get on the old game show. I think it's 1-1 at the present, isn't it?
Yeah, so, this is the final round, mate.
I lost sleep the other day, the last podcast over that, so I had an early night last night. So I'm coming in a winner today.
You just in your dreams, you just saw the wheels spinning like, no. All right.
Ready? Final round.
Real world scenarios.
That sound makes everything better.
A radiator feels hot, but the room is still cold. What could be the cause?
It's undersized.
Good one.
Yep, that is correct.
Good one.
It's getting too easy with these radiator questions.
Change one.
Oh, lovely touch.
We had that last time.
Did we have that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll still take the compliment.
I was still thinking about the whole Iran thing. I wasn't tuned in.
Ooh, regulations and best practice. I don't think we've had this one before, so this is going to be new and interesting. If manufacturer instructions conflict with general guidance, what should be followed?
Manufacturer's instructions always take place over everything.
Yes.
Fucking hell, mate. Give us a chance, will ya?
Like, he was locked in. Myths and misconceptions. True or false? Vertical radiators don't work well on central heating.
False. Oh, you got it first as well. 3-0. That means you've won.
We'll carry on. I want a 5-0 Facebook apology here. Even though I don't have Facebook. Maybe Instagram.
Oh, I mean, yeah, well, we can continue.
Yeah, go on. Tension is building.
Oh. Why? All right, so radiators and heat output. Why are radiators traditionally fitted underneath windows?
Traditionally, it's to create a heat curtain in front of the window because the window is like area of high heat loss. Traditionally, I'm not saying I agree with that, but that is traditionally right.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah.
Well put as well.
Yeah.
See, it's back in the game.
Very well described. Real world scenarios. Why might a larger radiator be recommended when upgrading a heating system?
To be able to reduce the flow temperature of the heating system.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say. I just couldn't get. Just wasn't sharp enough.
Should we make it best of 7?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've probably got enough questions still.
Damn, I should have taken the 3-0 win. Right, I can't get on this now.
This will be one for you.
So, fault finding. Boiler pressure keeps dropping. Name one possible
Expansion
cause.
vessel and the boiler's lost its charge or popped.
Yeah, I'll take that. I have faulty expansion vessel.
Well done, mate. You deserved that. You deserved the win on that. 4-2.
You know.
It's a good one. 3-2 overall. Pretty close. Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, next time, no like fault finding, boiler related question. Pure radiators only. Make it fair.
That's where James gets like properly like clued up.
Got to come up with a new game now.
Mate, I've got a couple thought processes. I'm sure I'll come up with something else. It's fun.
Right, should we do some comments?
Yeah.
Bit of a drill bit. How do I can say this? Drill bit controversy.
Drill controversy? Oh, what when I said?
No.
Oh,
Drill bit controversy.
Oh,
man.
I know where I was opinionated about the always.
No. What it is, yeah, is you know we did that hack, that little heating hack,
Yeah.
or not heating hack.
Yeah, with the
Yeah. So they're all. So what people are saying is it's not an SDS bit. It's a hex masonry bit.
Sorry,
or a hex
I
blue.
did.
Is that right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Because I wasn't actually sure.
Do you know what I meant? They know what I meant anyway. I'm just getting my words wrong. It's a bit that goes in an impact
Some of these
driver.
people are seriously triggered, mate.
I do it on purpose. You're not realising yet.
This one's not one of the words. What does he say? That's just a hex Bosch blue bit, blue multi bit. They're great, not SDS though.
You know what? Obviously not SDS. You know what I mean.
Fair enough. There's quite a few of these though, man.
I'm not that articulate.
Bosch Blue, used them for years. I found these a while back. I didn't think they were great. Only soft brick. It's just a different opinion. Fair enough.
That's not a time saver. It's not an SDS.
What I meant to say was, instead of using an SDS bit, you can just get this to go on your impact driver. But
what was that one?
Well, that last one,
Yeah.
someone said it's not a time saver, it's not an SDS drill bit.
Oh. There's another one where it's just quite savage. Where is it?
I don't know about that one. The only one I've seen is on YouTube.
I think it might have folded it. Go back on the...
gun down.
There's not that many of them, really. It ain't got that many views, this one. Only like 16,000 or something. Most people have just liked it or saved it. There's like... How many likes is there? Like 292 likes, 40 saves, and 10 comments. It's hardly any comments, man. Like most people have just found it useful because most people ain't that pedantic. Do you know what I mean?
And listen,
most people are just like they know what you mean. I get. Explain what you meant.
It's so basically like an SDS drill. You put an SDS bit in an SDS drill, and an SDS like obviously it has a hammer motion. It's a monster of a drill. Like,
so it requires specific drill bits that fit that type of drill,
and it's a big bulky drill. Whereas like somebody's designed a drill bit that goes into an impact driver that's usually like a screwdriver type tool, and it's just a small tool, and you can drill through soft stuff with it. So it just saves you having to get out your big bulky drill every time. You can just use your little handheld screwdriver and plug a drill bit into it.
And so like an SDS drill, as I understand from what you said, is generally used for harder materials, concrete, brick, all that kind of stuff.
Solid, it's a big, it's your big solid drill. And an SDS bit, has like a groove in it, and you have a like on the SDS drill, you have a quick release mechanism that you just get the SDS bit and it just locks in.
So what you were using it as sort of like a way to describe like masonry or like hardcore drill bit, basically.
Yeah, basically. So it's just a hex. It's just an impact driver hex bit that goes into is a masonry drill bit.
Yeah. Where's that other one?
Got to get my terminology right.
You found it.
I don't know if it's the same one that you're referencing, but someone did say, so you only just discovered Bosch blue bits. FYI, they drill metal, etc. as well. That is the only one that I
obviously like I haven't just discovered it. I'm just trying to think of like little handy tips for the podcast, which some people might not know, and it's hard because
there's plenty of people that watch this podcast that
everyone knows everything, you know.
Most people found this helpful. Look, you can tell by the likes.
But a lot of people probably already know that, and like I know it's an old trick, but there's some people out there that might not use them and be like, oh, it's a cool little thing for a £5. I might buy one.
This is what I'm saying. There's plenty of people. Most people found it useful. You can just tell by 40 saves versus 10 comments. Like people don't save stuff unless it's helpful.
I save stuff when it's helpful.
Yeah, exactly. That's why people save stuff. This is quite interesting. It's nothing to do. It's obviously a hack that sounded dumb until they tried it, because that was the nature of the the reel or the TikTok. It said checking a fuse by using your phone screen.
Oh yeah, that's quite a cool one because basically the way you check a fuse is with continuity. So you usually continuity before someone pulls me up on that as well. Usually get a multimeter and you put it on continuity and you get both the pins and it just makes a circuit through. So what you can do is, do you know, like your finger touches and makes a heat sensitive bit on your phone, like because there's heat on your finger.
Right.
If you get a fuse and you put it on, you know, like your unlock screen where there's 1 to whatever number, 9, and you put the fuse on there and you touch a finger on it, it'll unlock, like it'll press the button if the fuse is broken, because a fuse basically is 2 little bits of metal, then a little bit of like glass substance or plastic, I'm not sure, and it just has a little wire in there. So when the wire's broken, the fuse is gone. Yeah. So can you get up a video of that actually, Callum? Because it's a I just get out a multimeter, but I've seen this recently, and it's pretty cool little thing to do.
It's a good one in response to the question, isn't it? Because
it does, I think.
It's a good one in response.
There you go, this is it.
It's a good one in response to the question, ain't it? Because it does sound dumb until you try it.
So look, you can see that the fuse that's broken is not going to make contact with the phone, whereas the fuse that's working, it'll press it physically. The button will activate. So look, you can see from the top, look, that top one, and then look, you watch when he presses the bottom one, you can see the numbers at the top of the phone. Look, 9.
Yeah. Oh,
so you can basically check if the fuse works.
Yeah. Handy tip, mate. Handy tip. Who put that in the comments? What was that?
Let's give him a shout out.
That was Ed Wright.
Ed Wright, nice one, Ed.
And then Shotler explained.
Yeah, big up Ed Wright.
Yeah, definitely, because it's like, that's the kind of thing...
Yeah,
like,
a little bit of positivity.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just being helpful for other people. That's all we're trying to do in certain things. And it's just
passing
like...
on the knowledge.
Some of you guys, where you're so pedantic, it's just silly. Like,
do you know what it is?
Isn't it?
I think it's like an old school engineer thing where people basically like... And I can be sort of like this as well. Is people just love to prove their knowledge. So they'll see like a video of someone doing something and they'll be like... You know, there's an easier way of doing that if you did this and you use this fitting here and that, and this is just like...
I just think there's ways of doing that, like this, like this guy's added something by saying checking a fuse by using your phone screen, like you can show your knowledge by adding value and adding stuff, or you can try to show your knowledge by taking other people down, and like that's the difference, man. And I just think do the first one, because then it's helpful and useful for people. Doing the second one just makes you a miserable bastard.
Yeah, you could just be like, obviously, where I've named the drill a bit wrong, someone could just put like, I think cool tip. What it is it's a hex bit low impact. Like he's described it wrong.
Yeah, to be fair, one of them was like that. It was actually reasonable. Like he said, like I thought the first comment was like quite, fair.
Fireworks through my letterbox at night, 2 a.m. Now, like, God no! I only described it wrong.
That code's 444. His one was actually all right.
Have we released any of the ones?
He said it's just a hex blue multi-bit. They're great, not SDS though.
Yeah, fair enough. Like shout out to that chap there. What's his name?
Code's 444.
Code's 444. That's what we like to see. Yeah, like obviously, like I said, I'm not the most articulate guy, and sometimes You're just using it as like a way of describing. Like you basically just. I totally get exactly what you mean. I do get what you mean. I still keep calling TRVs TMVs. I can't help it. I just literally cannot help saying TMV.
But you know what a TRV is.
Obviously, of course, but it's just a mix mash of words.
Yeah. This is it. Yeah, you just like mashing up words, isn't it?
There's so many fittings and so much stuff I say on a regular daily basis that I just sometimes get a little bit clacky with my words, I
know exactly what you mean, mate. Yeah. And you're just saying like SDS is like a substitute for effectively like a hardcore drill bit.
Cool, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Have we had have we released the ones about like the best power tool or anything like that yet?
Not yet.
I can't wait to see the results.
That's coming up soon. One little one that I wanted to shout out as well, actually. A nice positive comment. A young lad, the name, I assume he's a young lad, Riley, but it's spelled R1L3Y. He said, as a future plumber at college, I think it's sick, mate. He was replying to, the video where we did about Dixie Normus, or when we spoke about Dixie Normus, saying that, like about, straight men making podcasts or whatever. And we was having a joke about that. We put a little TikTok out about, like, with that little conversation that we had there. And Yeah, this was a reply that we got. He said, as a future plumber at college, I think it's sick, mate. Like, just talking about the podcast generally. Like, that's why we're doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and those little tips that you're giving out, like, for somebody like that, that's really helpful and useful.
I've got a tip, actually, but I didn't bring the tool with me. And the tip, I won't go too deep into this. The tip this week is just like pipe benders. I've just had normal benders for years, and I recently treated myself to the Monument Master benders, and I'll get Callum to put a picture up, and you get them in 15. They're a bit of a hindrance because you can only buy them in 15 or 22 because they come as like two pieces that detach from each other and you just lock them into place. But oh my God, they're so gangster compared to original benders. Like, they're just so good. They make such a difference. So if you're a plumber in college, treat yourself to a pair. I'd just start off with a 15mm pair because you're going to be bending more 15mm than 22. And they're just lovely. They're just so much nicer than big old clanky benders where you got to put the slide in every time.
Yeah, nice. We get a picture of that up here, Callum.
Not
Cool. So the question that we did put out was one that I asked. It didn't get as much of a response as the boiler question. It was just about gadgets. We did get a few responses though. Do you want to go through that one, Callum?
I'm going to actually bring them benders on next week.
Bring
I'm
them.
going to pull a couple of bends to show the boys in college on these because there's little like lines on them, and I've worked out how to pull perfect passovers and stuff like that. So I'm going to do a couple on camera and show a couple of techniques.
Yeah, that'd be perfect, mate.
Because people love that, especially for rads installs and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was the most disappointing tool / gadget. Someone's jumped in with Milwaukee.
Is that Hart though?
No, it's a 100.
Yeah, because they know the real deals.
So So the question on this one was, what's a tool or gadget you bought that promised the earth but delivered nothing? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, like a disappointing tool or gadget. So what are we saying? So the first person said Milwaukee, and then we asked them like, what Milwaukee tool did you buy? And they just haven't replied. So helpful.
Someone said Joker spanner, saying it was too big in most situations, proper waste of money, stick to the trusty Barco.
Do you know what? Like I use all Barcos more regularly than a Joker spanner, but in my install bag, I just have like about 4 different types of Barco, like a basic Monument spanner, compression spanner. I have Joker spanners. I have everything, and the majority of the time I use Barco, but there is certain situations where it's well nice to have a Joker spanner. You just have them all and you use whatever one is more best for that situation.
Yeah.
So that's what you do when you're a real boy anyway.
Following on from last episode, someone in the comments of this one said about a pipe cleaner attachment for the impacts. Useless most of the time because in most situations you can't get it onto the pipe.
Yeah, do you know what? Like, again, it's like for the sake of like £15 if you buy them in England, or 20 quid, or like £5 on Temu, it's another just little addition. Like, yeah, you're right, there's going to be times where you can't get it on and you're going to use abrasive web or a bit of wire wool, or just when there's paint on pipe, you just get a blowtorch, you go, hold it on, all the paint sprays out, and then you just rub it off of abrasive web. But other times when you can just easily get it on, why wouldn't you want a just little £5 additional tool that makes your life easier? It's just people again being pedantic.
Well, no, this isn't people questioning like what you've said about that tool specifically. This is just this is just where we've asked people to tell us what tools they've bought and they were disappointed with.
Oh, right, I get it. Fair enough. Oh, do you know what? I actually like all my little pipe cleaning tools because anything that comes in handy, I suppose I'm being a bit contradicting myself here a bit, because it reminds me of when people were saying about the electronic pipe cutter, and people are like, why would you put something down that can come in handy one day? But I was just trying to think of anything at the time, to be honest. But yeah, I can see you are right. And sometimes it is awkward and you can't really get it on, but there's going to be times where it does help you out.
What's that next one there? Olive puller.
Yeah, olive puller.
Oh, yeah,
olive
I'm not a fan of olive
better.
pullers. I've got olive snips, like they're quite expensive. You put them on, and all, like, a lot of. Before I bought olive snips, like I've always been able to get olives off with grips and just put them on and wiggle it back and forth and get them off. But
that's what this person's saying. What do they say?
Yeah, so they said olive puller has been the pointless tool, and then olive cutters are loads better. And if a situation occurs where an olive cutter can't be used, grips do the job.
Yeah, he's exactly right. Exactly right there.
What's this one?
Let's give him a shout out. Who's that?
That was Jack J_C.
Jack J_C. I agree with you completely. I've had them all, and every now and then, if I'm just like doing rad jobs and I just snip olives to make it easier, but a lot of the time I just get grips. Old school way. It's always worked for me.
What's that next one?
Twin Deal Pack 5 AH clutch went on them after 14 months.
Do you know what that is?
Twin drill pack. What's it say?
It says twin deal pack, so it could be drill.
5 amp hour clutch. So he's talking about Milwaukee because they're the only ones that label their batteries as 5 amp hour. So he's saying the clutch went on his drill after 14 months. It's maybe because you bought the cheaper version that's not brushless. Because like brushless motors, you can't burn them out and stuff, can you? You know, so or you're just unlucky, mate. If you bought it from a reputable place like Screwfix or somewhere, you just take it back.
So, and this last one, the question again was, what's a tool or gadget that you bought that promised the earth but delivered nothing? And this person said, what, Callum?
Black Mamba.
Black Mamba
What is that?
No, so that is something. Can we Google it? Put Black Mamba plumbing. It must be like a.
What is it?
It's got to be a gadget or a tool.
thought it was just someone taking the piss.
Oh, it's gloves. It's gloves. I'm sure it's Black Mamba gloves. Try putting in gloves. Yeah, yeah. Like, so they're expensive, these gloves, but people love them in the plumbing trade because, like, yeah, they're like sometimes when you're doing dirty jobs, you wear gloves. But these ones apparently don't rip as much, and you can put a pair on and they'll last you most of the day. I've actually got these. I got given a couple of boxes, and I think they're all right. To be fair, they're better than your average standard latex glove.
Fair enough. I thought they were just taking the piss.
Not true. People rave about these. To be fair, like you put a pair on and they usual gloves, they just rip and stuff like that. Whereas they are pretty hardcore. To be fair,
This is where he just calls his plumbing snake Black Mamba.
Yeah. You thought along the lines of what I thought as well. You know, I thought they were just taking a piss.
I was like, that's a fucking weird thing to bring up.
Right, what else we got, Callum?
I wanted to go over some of the comments for the van break-ins videos because a lot of people were talking about their ones. There's a couple of funny ones. So this comment from Flossie587 said, my mate swears by this method. He does a lot of overnight jobs, leaving his electrical van in hotel car parks. He has all the alarms, etc. But he has a removable magnetic sign, written panels, and he covers the sides of the van saying asbestos clearance vehicle.
oh, I'm sure I've heard of that one before.
Someone had a very similar idea, so XNUP said, put florist signs on and a pink steering wheel cover or funeral service signs. So those are quite funny ways I thought of doing it. Someone mentioned a ghost immobiliser. I don't know what.
A ghost immobiliser is more. I know a gentleman locally that fits these, and it like a lot of people have them when they've got like high-end cars, like Land Rovers and stuff. And it's like somewhere in that they fit it, so you get in the car, and there'll be certain buttons you press, like heating button, then the aircon button, and a certain sequence, and it deactivates the immobiliser. Yeah. So they're just like a high-end immobiliser, but I'm thinking that's more if you're somebody's going to try and take the whole vehicle.
Yeah, that's what someone said here. Like they aren't getting stolen, they're getting broken into and tools taken. And then the reply was, "I'm guessing where you live, they just break in, not here. They take the lot and then empty it."
Oh God, they literally lift it up a crane and put it on a flatbed truck and drive off with your whole van.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, those are the main ones I wanted to cover.
Some funny ways of stopping people nicking your tools.
One of the most logical things with not letting people nick your tools is don't leave your vans outside. Keep them as close. And I know this isn't going to always work, but if you're working in a commercial area, even if like you've got to go into the reception and say, look, I want to keep my van right out the front there because I don't want no one breaking in, just try and keep it in the most open places right next to receptions, and even if you're parking it back loading bays and things like that, not out in car parks right at the back where people can just be out of sight.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this person was saying that like they know that not everyone's got the option, but like his dad parks in his unit now, but obviously it's not something that everyone's got access to. Jumping into another set of comments, your was it silicon spray?
Yeah.
That's gone down quite well. A lot of people enjoyed that one. Someone saying here that's actually a good tip, never thought of it. And then someone responding saying it's always a Friday evening one. So I'm assuming it's something that's clearly done to try and speed the work up before a weekend.
No, it's more. It saves you. So you spray all valves on the spindle, like service valves at the screwdriver, twisty spindle part, or lever valves or boiler valves. You spray it with silicone first before you shut them, because it lubricates the spindle and the little silicone particles seal it. So if you don't do that and you go to isolate something and it starts dripping, I think they're probably saying that usually happens on a Friday, and then you've got to drain everything down and change a valve. So even rad valves and things, like spray them up with silicone spray, and it will lubricate. And some people use WD-40, but WD-40 hasn't got silicone particles in there, and the silicone particles help seal water and lubricate rubber spindles and things. That's what you're actually meant to use for rubber lubrication, is silicone.
Got it.
Yeah, because this person here was saying this is genuinely cracking advice, especially last job on a Friday.
Yeah.
So, yeah, It just sounds like it saves people like a ball ache when you just want to get on out.
He's put I thought it was a cowboy emoji he put there.
Oh, no, it was
It's actually a bit of support. JP Plumbing.
Yeah.
Shout out to JP Plumbing. People will know, people that are actually like JP Plumbing, that are actually doing work and graft, and they've had all these things happen to them. That's when people appreciate it. Because I only got shown this a couple of years ago. And my mate showed it to me, and I started doing it, and I've done things where I've run out, and then I've gone to shut some old baller fix pump valves before a pump and stuff on a domestic job, and before I've done it I thought, I hope this doesn't leak because I've got no silicone spray, and then I've shut them and then started tripping them. God damn it! So yeah, bloody, it definitely works.
Yeah, very, very good comments on that one. Lots of saves, lots of likes. Yeah, people like that one. To be fair, again, I will say people like all of the tips that you've given.
Nice.
The majority of people like all the tips you've given. You just get the odd few.
Yeah, you're always going to.
Yeah, you're always going to get.
I'm going to do a really
Sometimes
good one
they are
next
quite
time.
funny, to be fair.
Next time I'm bringing in the monument benders, and I'm going to show you some little techniques for bend, because everyone forgets you do all bends in college and stuff, and everyone forgets them. But I actually, I'm not going to lie, I've copied someone on a video on YouTube. I saw it recently, and I'd bought the benders, and I was like. And he said it well, it's simple. It's like, if you do this at this angle, that angle, and I was like, oh, nice. I'll pass on the information.
Yeah. Question for the audience. Put you on the spot again.
Right, so we'll go on, because we're UK radiators and it's heating and radiators and things. We'll go on 3-port and 2-port valve brands. What do you prefer? What is your preferred choice to fit? Honeywell, Drayton, Danfoss, EPH. Let's have some comments in there, guys. Why you prefer fitting these brands? Why you don't the others? Are some of them problematic? Are some of them built better? Do some have problems in certain scenarios? Any input would be great to pass on to other heating engineers that are watching. Recently, I've had someone showed me a preferred choice, which I've started sticking by, that I prefer. So yeah, if we could have some comments on that, that would be great. And follow and subscribe.